Welcome to day 6 of our 30 days of yoga with Jesslyn. It's Wednesday and today we're going to be working with our weights. So make sure you grab some small hand weights, anywhere from 1 pound to 5 pounds, all the way up to 10 pounds if you're really feeling strong, and I'll meet you on your mat. Alright, so I hope that you've collected the weights that you're going to need. I use very small weights. I have 2 different varieties here. I've got my little 3-pounders. You don't really need a lot more than that. Some of them you might want to have a 5 or a 10 pound just for your curls. But I find that these ones, because we're kind of holding them in our hands throughout the entire workout, and some of the exercises are a little bit more difficult and you need less weight, I find that using these throughout the whole thing just makes it easier to go through. I also have these ones which are sometimes a little bit easier to grip and hold on to as well. Again, 3 pounds, so anywhere from 1 to 5 pounds is probably going to be enough for you today. So have them ready at the side of your mat. I'm going to put one on one side and one on the other. Makes them easier to grab, put down, and pick up as we're doing our workout. So let's warm up by doing a couple of sun salutations, and then we'll get right into it here. So go to the top of our mat, standing in mountain pose or Tadasana, spreading our toes, grounding all 4 corners of our feet, really accentuating from the hip, waist down, tall as a tree, waist up, relax shoulders, palms out, lift the chest, elongate the spine. Good. Let's inhale our arms up. Exhale, bend the knees slightly, swan dive down, just starting to warm up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down, bend your knees as much as you need to. Let's step back into our plank. Drop down into our 8-point. Chin and chest coming down with our elbows in. Rolling up into up dog and coming into down dog. Good. Hold it here for a couple of breaths. We can walk our dog, stretch out our legs. We're stretching out our arms and our shoulders. They're going to get a good workout today. Good. Breathe deep. One more breath. Inhale, look between your hands, stepping up, coming into flat back on the inhale. Exhale, fold, and reverse your swan dive, coming all the way back up, palms touching, hands to heart. Let's do that sun salutation A one more time. Inhaling up, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, palms down, bend the knees, step or hop back into plank. Coming down into chaturanga, our 8-point, into up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Good. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, hop or step again, hands between. Flat back, exhale, fold, inhale, reverse. Palms touching, hands to heart. Let's do sun salutation B. Inhaling our arms coming up, exhale to chair. All the way down, inhaling flat back, exhale, palms down, hop or step back, chaturanga or 8-point. Cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's plant the left foot, open slightly, step our right foot forward, and we're going to come up into our warrior. So instead of doing crescent moon, we're going to come into our warrior pose here. Exhale down, turn back onto that toe, stepping back, chaturanga or 8-point, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Now open the right foot up slightly to an angle, placing the foot flat on the ground, stepping forward with your left. Inhale into warrior 1. Exhaling down. Good. Bringing the feet together, palms, chaturanga, up dog or cobra, down dog. Inhale, hands stepping forward, flat back, coming down and inhaling up into chair, hands to heart. So we're going to go through that one more time, except when we go through into doing our warrior one, I'm going to get you to grab the weights, and then we're going to do some lunges with the weights. So I'll show you when we get there. So I'm just going to straighten my mat. It's sliding around on the floor today. Inhale up, exhale chair, all the way down. Inhale flat back, exhale hands flat, hop or step back, all the way to chaturanga or 8-point, cobra or up dog, exhale, down dog. So again, opening your left foot slightly, placing your heel flat on the ground, stepping forward with your right foot. So now that you're here, your weights are right next to you. I want you to give those a grab and coming up into our warrior one pose here. Good, so our knee is directly over our ankle, our back leg is nice and long. We're just going to hold it here for a breath or two. Good, now we're going to come up on that back toe, so we're going to come into our lunge. We're going to drop our arms down so that our hands are on our weights are kind of resting just on our shoulders. And we're going to go into a lunge with a bicep curl. So as we're going down into our lunge, the arms come down, inhaling up. Good, exhale down, drop the weights, inhale up. Good, so this is a all full body workout. So this may be where if you want a little bit of a higher weight, a 5-pound to 10-pound, if you're used to that, you could use it here for sure. We're going to do 3 more. Good. And then we're going to come back down, putting our weights back down, bending our knee, placing our hands flat on the floor, feet together. Let's flow through so we come up on the other side. Chaturanga. Good. Up dog. Down dog. Open that right foot up slightly, place it flat on the floor, coming to your left foot forward, grabbing your weights again, inhaling up into warrior one. And let's just hold it here for another breath. Bring your weights down to your shoulders. And again, our hips are facing forward in warrior one. We're going to come up onto that back toe, taking our heel off the ground. And again, dropping down into our into our lunge. Arms come down. Inhale, coming up. Good. Nice and smooth. You can hold your weights either doing a curl with your palms facing forward or with your palms facing in towards your body. It's up to you. Working slightly different parts of the bicep by doing that. So you can switch back and forth if you like. We're going to do 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's bring our weights back down to the floor as we come back down and flow through our vinyasa. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Now we're going to come up into warrior two. So again, placing your right heel flat, your left foot's going to step forward, and as you come up again, grab your weights, windmill those arms up into warrior two. So our back heel planted flat, our front foot facing the short side of our mat, knee directly over our ankle, hips open to the long side of our mat. Right here we're holding it, and this is a great workout for your shoulders. But we're going to go a little more into a bow workout. So we're going to open our palms towards the front of the room. We're going to inhale, bring them together, pull it back, forward, and around. So pull it back like a bow and arrow, bring it forward, and around. 3 more. Back like a bow and arrow. 2 more. Back, together, and around. Back, together, and around. Good. Let's bring it again forward, coming up onto our toes, dropping down. Put the weights back down, flowing through. Coming down chaturanga, inhaling up, Exhaling down. Good. Drop that left heel down, bring the right foot forward. Pick up those weights. I'm going to switch sides, make it easier for me to see what I'm doing. And so we're coming up, windmill into warrior two on the other side. So making sure your feet are in proper alignment, your knee is bent over your ankle, holding it here for another breath. Spine is long. So bring those hands together. See, this is where you wouldn't want the 5 or 10 pound weights. 3 is enough. So again, pull it back like a bow and arrow, together and around. Back like a bow and arrow, together, around. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Dropping our weights back down, flowing through our vinyasa. So you might need to drop down to your knees if your arms are getting a little bit tired. Doing your 8 points if you haven't already been. Coming down, coming into cobra, and down dog. Good. So now what I want you to do is take your right foot, step it forward, or take one of your feet wherever you're facing the video, that's fine. Step it forward. We're going to come into star pose. So we're going to have our feet, actually we're going to do a squat first, and it's in star pose. So star pose is basically 5-point star. It's having your feet open, just bigger than shoulder width apart, arms out to the side. See, I look like a star. So that's star pose, but what we're going to do is going to go into a lunge. So I want you to bring your feet in slightly closer than we would in a regular star. Our toes pointed to the corner of our mats. Our weights are going to rest onto our shoulders, and we're going to squat down and press up. So squat down and press up. Squat, keeping your spine nice and long. Don't come forward. That chest stays lifted. Bum goes back slightly. Good. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. So from here, let's going back into our star. So our feet are going to be out a little bit more, and our feet are going to be more parallel to one another. Then rather than facing out towards the corners, they're going to be turned in, being a little bit more parallel. So we're going to have our arms out. We've got our 5-point star. We're going to bring our hands now into our hips. We're going to slowly start to bend, bending our knees slightly if we need to, coming all the way till our back is parallel to the floor, nice flat back. You're going to drop your right hand down to the floor. You can plop that weight down onto the ground. Good. And now what we're going to do is use this. The left arm is now going to come up, and we're going to do a lateral arm lift here. So we're going to go up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. 5 more. 2, 1. Now we're going to switch sides, placing the opposite weight down on, and the right arm is going to come up. So we're going to go 10 on this side. And you don't need to go any higher than your shoulder. You should be trying to keep it in line. It's hard to kind of see, so just really kind of feel. There's no pinching in your shoulder. 5 more. Good. Excellent. So now we're going to take our weights. We're going to come down, dropping onto our knees. Excellent. So from here, we're going to go into table pose. So shoulders over hands, hips over knees. We're going to have our weights again. We're giving our shoulders a good workout today. So we can just have the weights ready. Picking up your weight, and again, whatever one works for you, probably a little bit lower at this point because this one can be difficult. We're going to do some front punches. So what we're going to do is we're going to punch out and then bring our elbow, keeping our elbow in line with our spine or our shoulder, and back in. So out and in. Good. 5 more. Excellent. Drop it down. Give that shoulder a little bit of a rest. Place that hand firmly. Pick up the weight on the other side and let's do the other side. And if you need to rest at any of these, please feel free to. If you're having any pain, please do not do the exercise. You could just be in tabletop and you could just be extending your arm out without the weight, if the weight is too much. 3, 2, 1. And drop it down. So let's go into our kickbacks now, tricep kickbacks. So we can stay in table pose here. Again, if you need to have your wrist lifted up a little bit because you're having some pain, you can use the weight and have your hand on the weight a little bit, rolling your mat up, taking some pressure off the wrist. Or you could even do this one sitting in thunderbolt pose and going back like this if you want to take some weight off. I prefer to be in my tabletop pose because I feel like I can get a better extension on my triceps. So your elbow is going to be in line with your rib cage and you're going to lift up and in. So keeping your elbow nice and tight in. You're feeling this in your tricep. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides now. Picking up your weight, going to the other side, elbow at rib cage height, in tight to your rib cage, and lifting up. Excellent. Good job. So let's put our weights off to the side now. That is it for our weights today. So we got our triceps, we got our biceps, we got our shoulders, we did a little chest and back. So let's stretch it out a little bit. So what we're going to do is thread the needle. I'm going to get you to take your left arm in your table pose and you're going to come all the way through. So you see you're threading the needle all the way through, lowering yourself down onto the floor with your cheek. And if there's any strain on your neck, you can again take your block and use that. A block, a book, a towel, a pillow, whatever works, and place your head onto that if you find you can't get all the way down, and you're just bringing your arm all the way through. And you can leave it just like this if you like, or if you're all the way down and you want to go a little deeper, you can grab the bottom left hand with your top right hand and pull, use the top hand to pull the bottom hand, and you feel that stretch nicely in your shoulder, in your back, upper back. And if you want, you can even go a little deeper, stretch, and bring your arm up. Good. To come out, you're going to place your hand back down beside your face. Slowly use your arm to push yourself up. Let's do that on the other side. Again, threading your arm through, resting your head on your block or your pillow or the floor, whatever's comfortable. Clasping your top hand in your bottom. Pulling the top hand, or pulling the bottom hand with the top hand. Feeling a nice deep stretch. You can raise your arm up. Good. Coming down now. Place your hand on the floor. Coming up, let's go into puppy pose. So placing our hands out on our sides, our bum is still going to be up in the air, and slowly lowering ourselves down. Bring our chin and our chest down to the floor. Again, if you need that block, you can put your forehead on the block, really stretching out our chest, our shoulders, and just holding it there, breathing for a few minutes, or for a few breaths. Good. Now coming forward onto your belly into Sphinx pose. And again, shoulders directly over top of your elbows. Place your hands nice and flat on the floor, pulling your chest forward, relaxing your legs, feeling a nice stretch in your lower back, but not a pinch. Nice deep breath. Feel the stretch in your abdominals. your back, a little bit in your shoulder. Good. Now we're going to roll over onto our backs. And let's give our arms a little bit of a stretch here. So we're going to do eagle arms in this reclined position on our back. So you're going to take your right arm up. You're going to float your left arm up underneath. And again, either palms, the back of your hands touching or palms touching. And you're going to tuck your chin in slightly, lift your elbows up, your palms away from your face. And as you inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale down. Good. Inhale, bring them up over. Just like what we did on Sunday for our restorative yoga. Good. This is the last one. Bring it in. Let's switch arms. Left arm, right arm sweeps underneath. Palms come together or backs of the hands touching. As you inhale, bring it up. Exhale down. Just stretching out the shoulders a little bit. Last one. Good. If that one's too difficult for you, you can also just do a simple stretch where you take your right arm across your chest using your left arm to pull. And that gives you a nice shoulder stretch as well. And doing the other side, left arm straight comes across using your right arm to pull. You can kind of clasp at your elbow or just in the middle of your upper arm to pull it across. Good. Let's stretch our arms up over our head now. Stretching our legs nice and long on our mat. Getting ourselves comfortable in our corpse pose. Close our eyes, palms up, legs, feet are open like a book. Relax the shoulder blades down, tuck the chin in slightly to your chest, relaxing every point of your body. Nice and calm, focusing on deepening your inhale, lengthening your exhale. The thought I'm going to leave you with for today: choose your own path and amazing things will happen. We'll see you tomorrow where we'll do our core work. Have a beautiful and balanced day. Namaste.